Hi VC, it's Aaron, Metha Alamer. Today I'm starting my 4-part video of my top 100 records of the 1970s. Now that's going to be excluding my hard rock heavy metal records that I did already. So I was kind of planning that all along, where I do the hard rock metal and then like the classic rock and everything else into 2 different ones. And there is some hard rock in here. I mean, I couldn't put everything in the hard rock metal, but some bands that people were wondering about will be in here. Some really great bands aren't in here. And this is just my personal top 100 records that aren't hard rock metal, at least in the ones from the video I did earlier. And I think it's a great list. And all these records are A's. Every one in this. This is the hardest series I've ever had to do. I've been working on this for 3 weeks. Usually when I do one of these videos, I put in a day or two of prep and I can get it really quick. This one took me like 3 weeks. It was the entire 70s. And there's just so many great records. So many great records didn't even make this, like classics. Like all these up above here are just a small example of records that didn't quite make it. I had over 200 records pulled, and I only pulled records I thought would have a chance. And it's just amazing the stuff I couldn't put in this. But the ones that are in here are amazing. I'm going to get started. My top 100, it's going to be 4 parts. And I'll start with number 100. And number 100 is one of the most iconic live albums of the 70s. One of the biggest selling records of the 70s. It's Frampton Comes Alive. I definitely need a new copy. There's some good ring wear going on that. Still sounds good. But, you know, this is a very big record in the 70s. And it still holds up and sounds really good today. You know, it's got, you know, some great songs on here. Baby, I Love Your Way, of course. There's just a bunch of good ones. Do You Like What We Do? You know, just a really great record. So, Peter Frampton, that's probably my favorite record of his, the live one. It's really good. Number 99, this is an underrated record, and people know it for one song, but it is an amazing record all the way through. Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks were actually very highly into this record. They did singing, guitar, co-wrote songs. This is Walter Egan with Not Shy. I absolutely love this record. Magnet and Steel, of course, was the big hit, but every song on this is good. And I just really love this record. I think it's very underrated. Walter Egan at number 99. Number 98, and I grew up with this record. This is Jon Stewart, Bombs Away, Dream Babies. And again, Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks were involved in this record. And the first song, Gold, many people think is a Fleetwood Mac song because Stevie Nicks' background vocals are so prominent. It's an amazing song, one of my favorite songs from the 70s, but this is a really solid record all the way through. If you don't know it, check out the song Gold. You'll probably recognize it. It's an amazing song. So 98, Jon Stewart. At number 97, this is a great record too. All these, I mean, every one of these is an A record, I'm telling you. This is Some Girls from the Rolling Stones. And this is one of the first Stones records I actually got into. It's got Beast of Burden on here and Miss You. You know, it's just a great record. Shattered, love Shattered. I always think of Robert De Niro when I hear that now. But this is a great Stones record. One of their last really great records, if not. Well, there's Tattoo You. I love that one too. Okay, up next at 96. This is Second Helping from Lynyrd Skynyrd. I love Lynyrd Skynyrd. This is one of their very best records. It's got Sweet Home Alabama on it. Working for MCA. I love that song. The Ballad of Curtis Lowe is awesome. Call Me the Breeze. Killer Killer Lynyrd Skynyrd record. Love it. Okay, at number 95. And this record, I love this record. I don't love it as much as some people do, but I think, you know, like I said, every record on here is an A. Who's Next? And this is probably my favorite Who record. I love the song Behind Blue Eyes. I think that's amazing. Bob O'Reilly's good. I really like Bargain. Going Mobile. For me, Won't Get Fooled Again. I don't know why. It never really did much for me, even though a lot of people think it's their best song. But this is a great record. Number 95. Number 94. Here's another really good one. This is the debut from Bad Company. And wow, what a great band they were. Paul Rodgers and company. But Can't Get Enough. Rock Steady. Ready for Love. Oh my God. The song Bad Company. Just so many big hits off this. And it's a great record. Love Bad Company. Number 93, Blood on the Tracks from Bob Dylan. Another great Bob Dylan record. This is some people's favorite Dylan record, and I can see why. It's really good. It starts out with Tangled Up in Blue, but the whole record is really good. Awesome album from Bob Dylan. Like I said, every one of these records is an A, and there's 100 of them. So, all right, next up at number 92, we've got Breakfast in America from Supertramp. Love this record too. I mean, I listened to this a lot back in the 80s, actually, and, you know, it's got the Logical song. I always love that song. Goodbye Stranger, of course. Take the Long Way Home. What a great record, and that iconic album cover, and yeah, it's just a great one. Supertramp. Number 91, Styx with The Grand Illusion. This is an awesome record. Maybe my favorite Styx record. I really like a lot of their stuff, but, you know, it's got Fooling Yourself, Come Sail Away, of course. Miss America is one of my favorite Styx songs, but this is a great album, The Grand Finale. Great Styx album there. Number 90. Oh, I had it backwards. Darkness on the Edge of Town from Bruce Springsteen. Great album here. Bruce was great in the 70s and the 80s, 90s and beyond, but this is one of his best records. Adam Raised a Cain is a great song, of course. Darkness on the Edge of Prove It All Night's on here. This is a solid record all the way through. Awesome. Number 89. And a lot of people were like, where's this band on my hard rock and metal one? But I chose them to go on this side. They could have went either way. Jailbreak from Thin Lizzy. Awesome record. I love this one. It's got Emerald, which is maybe my favorite Thin Lizzy song. Of course, the title song, Boys Are Back in Town, probably their biggest hit. Awesome record from Thin Lizzy. Number 88, we got the debut from the Eagles. And wow, this is a good one. Of course, it's got Witchy Woman. I love that. Take It Easy. I love Take It Easy. Peaceful, Easy Feeling. Amazing. Love this album so much. The original Eagles record. One of their best. There might be another Eagles or two coming up. I can't remember. But that's a great one. Number 87, Jethro Tull with Thick as a Brick. Awesome album from Jethro Tull. I like it almost as much as Aqualung, but not quite. So Aqualung might be on here somewhere too. But this is a great record here. It's almost like one song. And Thick as a Brick, it's just an awesome record. Love the newspaper cover and everything. Number 86, we've got Wire with Pink Flag. One of my favorite punk records from the 70s. Love this album so much. Just awesome punk greatness. And Wire, if you don't know them, check them out. This is a great album, Pink Flag. Number 85, I've got James Gang, Rides Again. Awesome. Joe Walsh, man, I love Joe Walsh. Funk 49, The Bomber. Oh, I love The Bomber. But this whole album is great. The first side is just one of the best first sides of a record. Second side's awesome too. Killer record here. James Gang, Rides Again. Number 84. My favorite by this duo. This is Bridge Over Troubled Water from Simon and Garfunkel. Or Salmon and Glenn Funkel. I love this album so much. It's got, of course, the title song. My favorite Simon and Garfunkel song is on here, which is Cecilia. I love that song. But this is just a great album all the way through. Love it. At number 83, going a different direction here with Funkadelic and Maggot Brain. This guitar work on here blows me away every time I hear it. Amazing record. My favorite Funkadelic record. I love this album. It's just an awesome piece of music. Number 82. Got some Foghat with Fool for the City. Probably my favorite Foghat record. They are so good and underrated. I love Foghat. Of course, Slow Ride is on here. The title song. This is just a great record. Awesome. My favorite Foghat. I love Slow Ride. And they do a great version of Slow Ride on their live record. Check that out. It's probably a little better, but that album is my favorite album of theirs. Number 81, we've got Excitable Boy from Warren Zevon. Love Warren Zevon. This is actually my favorite by him. I like his other albums too, and there's a couple that almost made it on here, but this is the one I chose. I Gotta Have Werewolves of London. I love that song, but this whole album is great. The title song is awesome. Really great. Underrated artist. I love Warren Zevon. Number 80, we've got one of the best albums by this artist, and people love or hate him. I love Billy Joel. 52nd Street. What a great record. It's not my favorite Billy Joel. He had a couple one or two in the 80s I like a little better, or maybe another 70s one. But this one here, you know, it starts out with Big Shot. It's got Honesty, My Life. Oh, man, I love Billy Joel. Great album there. Number 79. We've got the debut from the Police, Atlantis d'Amour, and I think this is a great album. It's very punk influence. Roxanne's on here. Can't Stand Losing You. That's such a good song. There's a couple weaker tracks here and there, but the strong ones are so good. I love So Lonely and Next to You. Oh, man, those are so good. Be My Girl Sally's a little odd, but I kind of like it. But really good album. Debut from the Police. Number 78, another one of the iconic live albums of the 70s. This is the Allman Brothers, live at Fillmore East, one of the best live albums ever. The whipping post on here is just amazing, 22-minute version. Every song is good on it. Stormy Monday, wow. It's just a great, great album from the Allman Brother Band. And number 77, we've got David Bowie with Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. Probably my favorite David Bowie. I don't know. I like a lot of them, but this is right up there. Great album. Moon Age Daydream. I love that song. Starman, of course. Suffragette City. Great album. And finishing off this first part at number 76, we've got The Doors with Morrison Hotel. One of my favorite Doors records. I absolutely love this. I love Peace Frog especially and Land Ho. I just love this. Roadhouse Blues, Waiting for the Sun. Wow, this is a great record. So there we go. That's my first part, and I will be doing 3 more. And everyone have a great one. I'll see you next time.